What's not up for debate? The heat. It is crazy hot, and it looks like it's going to be sticking around for a while.
I think you had the right idea, Colby. So this weekend, his kiddie pool popped for his little ones.
Yes.
No, not going to let that stop you. You're going to go out and get another one.
We did, yeah. I was like, 35 bucks at Walmart? I mean, just for this week alone, it's going to be worth it, Cassie.
Absolutely. It's going to be the entire week where we at least have about 100 degrees, even here in Oklahoma City, but much of the state, especially to the south and to the east, those numbers are going to be even higher. So summer's certainly not over. We've got still plenty of time left and lots of sunshine. It's gorgeous outside. It's just one of those times that one of many times that we want to spend more time indoors than out. So now let's go to Links 1. And so far for the year, we've at least had 49 days where we've hit 90-degree plus, and now we're adding one to the 100-degree column, so 11 days there. But this time last year, we actually had 69 days where we were at 90 degrees plus, and we had 24 days where we at least had 100 this time last year. So this year, we're at least doing better than that. We've got the excessive heat warning basically all along and east of I-35, but out to the west, we still have heat advisories where we don't have any advisories. It's still going to be hot. It's just going to be less humid, and we're going to have to watch the fire threat in that part of the state. So in the meantime, it's our OCCC camera up of our Lucky Star Sky Chem network. Blue skies, 102 degrees, and east-northeast wind at 18 miles an hour, but with a dew point of 67, it feels like 108 degrees. Temperatures are basically in the low 100s all across the state. We still have some upper 90s kind of showing up here and there, especially off to the east, but it feels hotter where we do have the upper 90s. It feels more like 121 degrees in Sallisaw, 124 degrees in Miami. It feels like anywhere between about 111 to 112 just north of Tulsa. So it's miserable all across the state, and you can see the reason why. Temperatures or dew points rather, in the mid and upper 70s just off to the east. So it's going to be a little bit more humid. Heat advisory, excessive heat warnings, they're there for a reason. We've got the east wind between about 10 to as much as around 20 miles an hour, at least in some spots, but that's clearly not going to provide a whole lot of relief. So you have to take this heat very seriously, as is much of the middle portion of the country. But you can see that we do have at least some storms that are ongoing just south or in southern parts of Texas. So the tropics, they're going to be a little bit more active as they have been. This is going to continue to move off to the west and staying away from Oklahoma. So South Texas at least gets a little bit of rain, but here it's going to be hot and dry. So the heat dome, it's going to be sticking around. It's going to hold steady. But as we get into the weekend, that's when we start to see the pattern break up at least a little bit. As of right now, I think sometime during the day Sunday, we're going to get that cold front to move in. But it's not going to be a strong cold front. Behind it, we will have some cooler air. When I say cooler, we're talking upper 80s and low 90s. So it's still going to be very warm, but that's a lot closer to normal. As far as rain chances are concerned, there will be some isolated rain and storms, but it's not looking like we're going to see a whole lot out of it. But there is at least a chance here and there. Behind that, eventually we do start to warm things back up, but we'll see if we can actually hit 100 degrees after that. But for now, the trend is after this weekend, things start to settle down a little bit. Tonight, though, dropping down into the mid and upper 70s, about 80 degrees in Ardmore, 79 in Lawton, 73 though in Woodward tomorrow morning. But tomorrow afternoon, we're back to 102 degrees in Oklahoma City, 107 in Ardmore, 104 in Lawton, Altus, 103 in Hobart, 101 degrees in Clinton. By Wednesday afternoon, temperature of 102 degrees. The record that day is 105, so we're going to get just a little bit close to it. I don't think we're going to break it though. 105 in Lawton and Altus, 105, 104 degrees in Hobart by Thursday. Now we're jumping back up to 103 in Oklahoma City, and the wind shifting to the south and southwest. So it's still going to be very hot. It's still going to be humid. 101 in Miami, 103 in Tulsa, 104 degrees in Ada. These numbers do not get a whole lot better the rest of the week. By Saturday, we're dropping down to about 101. Those overnight lows, they're going to stay in the mid and upper 70s. But here comes that relief, or at least a little bit of relief. The cold front bringing just a slight chance of rain and storms. It's still going to be hot on Sunday. It's going to take a while before the cooler air does move in, but once it does, we're dropping to 90 on Monday and the upper 80s by Tuesday.